Your friendly neighborhood YouTuber is rated PG-13. Parental advisory, explicit content, viewer discretion is advised. You break my record, I break you. Hey, what's going on, everyone? It's your friendly neighborhood YouTuber. Okay, so here we are, back by popular demand with another action figure review. Alright, so we're going to take a look at Bloodsport. As you guys can see, comes with the chest and the back piece for King Shark. Looks like he's about to participate in the Kumite. There is the side art right there. There's Suicide Squad. Here are some of the figs you can get from this wave. I already reviewed Polka Dot Man. Alright, let's go ahead and take him out the package and let's go ahead and review this Bloodsport. Now, I know nothing about Bloodsport. If you guys know, let me know. If you guys seen the movie Suicide Squad, leave your thoughts in the comment section about the movie. So we're going to do a little read up on Bloodsport. Take this out the box. Of course, it comes with the stand right here, the classic black circular stand, DC stand. Here is Bloodsport. Idris Elba plays Bloodsport. Okay, Bloodsport is a world-class marksman specializing in brutality. His hands and anything he wields with them are deadly weapons. Trained by his mercenary father from the moment he was born, this hardened criminal has but one soft spot, which of course Amanda Waller uses to persuade, i.e. blackmail him to join the squad. Okay. Alright, let's take out Bloodsport. Let's see if this guy is as awesome as he looks. Let's clip him out right here. Clip this out. We'll take out the King Shark Build-A-Figure pieces just because I just want to take them out. Why not? This is a review, right? You guys want a full review? I'm going to give you a full review. You want a full review, brother? I'm going to give you a full review. Alright. There's the back of King Shark. Very hollow, man. This is a very hollow piece. Very, very hollow. This is very hollow as well. It doesn't compare with the other two pieces I already have for the King Shark. But that's how he clips in. Should we clip it in? There we go. It's a very hollow piece. So, here are some of the other figs. Here's the piece that came with Polka Dot Man. There's his belly right there. And then, of course, here's his head. Should we put them together? Why not? Let's just see how he looks. Why save it for the Build-A-Figure part, right? Let's pop that in. It pops in very easily. Dude. There's King Shark. Looking pretty damn amazing right there, bro. Can't wait to build this King Shark, man. And this right here is freaking heavy. His belly right here is heavy. He might have a human inside here. But this piece right here, the rest of his pieces are actually not that heavy. Like, this is not that heavy. The head is heavy. The head and the belly is heavy, but the chest is not. It's very hollow. Probably because it needs to put the arms in there. But anyways, we'll save him for a future review when we get finished building, when we get finished reviewing these figures, should I say. Let's take out Bloodsport. Alright, here is Bloodsport. And he has a very Deathstroke thing about him. Deathstroke appearance about him. We'll break out Deathstroke in a moment, but I'm just looking at this guy, looking at this figure. Interesting. You know, he kind of reminds me... Look at his face, dude. His helmet, his head sculpt, kind of looks like an alien. I'm gonna have to break out some aliens to do some comparisons, huh? Yeah, he has a very Deathstroke vibe. He also looks like he could be like in Tron. Right? Okay, so do you guys care about the articulation? Breaks right here, double jointed elbows, arms, whatever the hell you want to call it. Waist swivel, bend right there. These weird... Look, this is one thing I hate about Mcfarlane, dude. When you bend him, these pieces come out right there. It happened with Polka Dot Man. Here is the double jointed legs. The boots. I think we've seen these boots before. I'm pretty sure they were on maybe another Mcfarlane figure because they do look familiar. Still, no cuts at the thighs. Boot swivel, non-existent, but the ankle pivot is there. Toe pivot is there. If Mcfarlane is watching, here's my question, bro. Why doesn't he put thigh cuts on his DC figures? Like, I seen him do it with his Mortal Kombat figs, and I'm pretty sure I seen it with Mcfarlane as well. Not Mcfarlane, with My Hero Academia figures that I reviewed. But there's no freaking cut. Why? He put cuts at the bicep, but nothing at the upper legs, thighs, whatever you want to call it. Overall, it's a pretty decent, kind of bland figure. The body kind of looks... It's decent. You know what I mean? For a figure I know nothing about, it's decent. Let's put the weapons in his hands. Maybe I'll feel a little bit different. So, let's see. These are taped in. Let's cut that open. Cut that open. And cut that open. So he does come with these, looks like they look like baton swords. So there's that. Alright, so let's take a look at these swords. Interesting. Alright, let's go ahead and pop these in his hands. Yeah, they look kind of weird. And he doesn't have a holster at all to actually hold these swords. Yeah, I mean... Yeah. You know, I've said this before, and I'll say it again. You know, when I was reviewing Polka Dot Man, and when I was reviewing, like, a lot of the Injustice figures, like Gorilla Grodd and Dr. Fate and what have you. Actually, do I have Dr. Fate over here? Somewhere around here. We'll break out some comparisons in a moment. But one thing about these DCU figures is that the colors are just so bland, you know what I mean? And they're just kind of so dull. I mean, that's kind of what you expect from movie figures, right? I mean, even the MCU figures. But, I mean, even the MCU figures, I think they really knock it out the park with the MCU figures, as Marvel Legends do anyways. Mcfarlane, not so much. I mean, they're very movie accurate, but at the same time, the colors are just so very, very bland, man. And I guess maybe that is DC. They're not as colorful as Marvel. So I guess when you bring this character to life, you know what I mean, or this figure to life, it's, you know, when you put him on big screen, I guess it's kind of hard to, especially being a DC figure, it's kind of hard to make him pop. You know what I mean? Overall, he's a decent figure. Let me bring my camera down just a little bit, guys. Overall, he's a decent looking figure, man. On camera, he looks great. In person, not so much. The camera makes him look really, really good. The diaper is kind of weird. I feel like they need to cut some of this off right here, man. The torso is pretty weird. It kind of makes him look chunky. I wish they would have shrunk it down a little bit to where he was a little bit more thinner like that. See how he looks better, like thinner? I think everybody looks better when they're thinner. Well, no, I don't want to discriminate against fat people because I am chubby. But see how much he looks when he sucks it in, right? This kind of makes him look kind of bulky, like he has like a midsection. Maybe he does in the movie or not, I don't know. Okay, let's do some comparisons with some DC figs here. Here he is with Devastator. I mean, even Devastator, I mean, this guy is done very nicely. The sculpt is what makes this guy, even though the paint apps are not really there, like Mcfarlane, you know, the new Mcfarlane paint apps are not there. It still looks good. Same thing with this guy. The paint apps are not really there. I feel like, yeah, if they added more paint apps on this guy, he would definitely look better. But he is actually a good figure. The sculpt is really good. You know, he's very bland. That's DC figures, but the sculpt it can save the figure. For exception, or for comparison, however you want to look at it, bring my camera up just a little bit again. So here is the Arkham Asylum Killer Croc. He has some very bland colors, but it's very detailed. So this is an older DC figure, and it's just, they put wash on this guy, and that's what makes this guy pop. And the sculpt is great. The head sculpt is great. It still holds up to this day. I would love to see Mcfarlane tackle this figure, which he probably will. It'll probably be a Build-A-Figure. He'll probably be freaking huge, which I hope. You know, I hope. But I do like this DC Killer Croc. Shriek. Even with Shriek, he can Mcfarlane can get away with, you know, not putting a lot of detail on this figure because this is kind of what he is. He is what he is. He's based on a cartoon. Same thing with Superman. You know, his colors pop. This is very bright, very cartoonish, very nicely done Superman. Darkseid. There he is with Darkseid right there. That's how they measure up. Once again, like I said, if you guys saw my review on Darkseid, then you heard my gripes about Darkseid. Alright, let's break out a few more figs, do some more comparisons. Actually, you know what? Let's measure him first, and then I'm going to give you my rating on Bloodsport. Bloodsport stands at 7.5 inches tall. Let's break out some other figs. So this is the comparison that you guys wanted to see as much as I did. So here's my custom Deathstroke. Here he is with Bloodsport, and obviously you can see the comparisons. I mean, they're both armored. They're both rocking the blue and orange, and yeah, that's how they look together, bro. If you guys never saw a detail customization video of this Deathstroke, check it out. But that's how they measure up. Bloodsport is actually taller, and Bloodsport actually does have a bigger head. Speaking of Bloodsport, speaking of his head, I broke out an alien. So here's the arachnoid alien with the head sculpt. Very alien-esque, right? Look at him. Tell me that wasn't the inspiration right there. I'm pretty sure somewhere there's a joke. Somewhere in the DC realm, whoever created this guy, there's a joke where they based his helmet, the design for this helmet, on an alien. I'm going to show you about the head rotation right there. So, okay, guys, let me give you my rating. You know, he's kind of a knockoff Deathstroke. Is he as good as Deathstroke? No. I mean, comparing him to my custom, I mean, you know, looking at this guy, I can't really customize this guy because there's really nothing to customize. I mean, I probably could do some belt buckles here, right there, but I don't care I don't care that enough about this character or this figure to even bother doing a custom. There's no point. Overall, the design is okay. You know what I mean? I think slimmer features would have definitely helped this guy, would have helped this figure. Maybe a little bit more paint apps, maybe some wash over this figure probably would have helped out a lot. I'm not going to be so generous this time, guys. I'm going to give him like a 6.5. And that's just being generous. He actually looks way better on camera than he does in person. You know what I mean? It's so hard, you know, to look at Bloodsport and then look at Deathstroke and you're like, okay. You know what I mean? Like, okay. There's nothing to say. Deathstroke, I think, is just way better of a character, way better of a design. Even though I do like his helmet. Then look at the head size comparison, bro. Like, this guy's head is so bigger compared to Deathstroke. But he is wearing a helmet, so... Yeah, it's a 6.5 for me, guys. Listen, if you're fans of Suicide Squad, you'll probably like this figure, but I don't really care too much about the character, or therefore the figure itself, to, you know, actually have any love for this Deathstroke. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section about Deathstroke. Do you guys like him? Am I a little bit too hard on this guy? What do you make? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. We'll go ahead and leave it at that. I just want to thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you in the next review. Peace out. Your friendly neighborhood YouTuber is brought to you by OnlyPans on YouTube. Check it out.